Hello everyone and thanks for watching us. I'm Ivet and we are here today in StorPool's headquarters. We will talk a little bit more about the most common issues and problems which the shared hosting companies meet in their everyday work. I'm here with Boyan Ivanov, who is the CEO of StorPool Storage. Boyan, you meet every day quite a lot of shared hosting companies and you have intensive discussions with them. Can you share with us a little bit more about what they tell you about their everyday issues and problems? Which are the most common issues which they meet?
So the usual issues that they face are around reliability of the service, that's uptime preventing downtime. A big issue is how to increase the profit margins of their business or become more competitive because shared hosting is a very competitive industry. And another thing that they face as an issue is how to differentiate their service, how to grow their market share, basically how to market and sell more.
StorPool is a software-defined storage company. Do you think that a suitable storage solution, a suitable storage architecture can resolve these issues?
That's one of the solutions actually that we've been developing and implementing across shared hostings across the world. And that's a technology that can help solve business issues like reducing downtime, which directly impacts customer satisfaction, increasing the word-of-mouth growth of the company. So by using technology, you can improve a shared hosting service. And storage is a big part of improving that service, of the technology that improves the service.
According to my experience, the downtime is really a big problem for the shared hosting companies, especially in cases of maintenance, in cases of some attacks, or if the downtime is actually caused by a human mistake. I know that StorPool is offering a service which is called highly available shared hosting. Is this actually a buzz term or it's a real solution which can be easily implemented inside the hosting industry?
First, if you look at the shared hosting market, it's not a homogeneous market, meaning there are several levels of shared hosting, and there are shared hosting companies that have customers that just want the lowest possible monthly fee. So in this case, maybe you cannot do a lot to optimize the service because it's already optimized. When you move up the use cases or the value that shared hosting delivers to their customers, you figure out that there are shared hosting providers that actually care about improving speed, improving uptime. And for these use cases, we've developed this highly available shared hosting design that basically is typical to how you deploy cloud environment with shared storage, with high availability of the services, with live migration, with online patching of kernels and host maintenance. It's the very same concept, but the magic that we do is we allow this system to work at a much lower cost, so it actually becomes applicable to shared hosting providers as well.
I see. Actually, shared hosting is a very, very competitive field, especially when we talk for prices. And when you mentioned that the price is one of the biggest advantages of this kind of architecture and design, what other advantages it actually provides? Is it easier to support it? Is it easier to manage it?
I think it's kind of a cliche, but it's faster, better, and cheaper. Especially if your hosting company is facing a hardware refresh cycle, because it requires some investment. But then after this investment, your total cost per user per shared hosting account is going to be actually lower. And your new IT system is going to be more reliable. You reduce downtime or eliminate downtime. You eliminate or reduce support. You reduce support effort of your team. You basically reduce the number of support tickets by customers. You would eliminate recovery from backups because some of the hardware servers failed. So it basically has a number of advantages that are on kind of business level.
And highly available shared hosting sounds so interesting, but I'm pretty sure that all of the hosting companies would like to know on what kind of hardware they can use it. Is there any specification? Is there a vendor lock-in?
No, basically a big part of the magic here is the software-defined storage solution. In this case, StorPool could be somebody else's, but ours is quite efficient in terms of resource utilization, meaning CPU and RAM on the compute nodes. So in this case, we recommend some hardware that we've tested, and we can guarantee that it works well, just because we have it deployed in so many companies. But shared hosts are free to choose whatever hardware they like, as long as it meets the hardware requirements, the minimal hardware requirements, and they're good to go. It doesn't require to be of specific vendors, specific builds, specific SSDs. There is a best practice of how you build systems like that, but it's not something that's very rigid and people cannot change.
This sounds actually very interesting, and highly available shared hosting is something which can give you a competitive advantage, which can make you much faster and of course save you cost and give you bigger market share. So if you would like to know more about highly available shared hosting, don't hesitate to contact StorPool, write us, and we will give you a consultancy how you can achieve this in your environment and infrastructure. Thank you, Boyan, for being here today with us, and look forward to our next videos on interesting storage topics.